Hi everyone, good morning. This is Marivir Montebon and welcome to another episode of Conversations with MM. And hope you're doing well. It's a Monday, it's October 17 and it's the first day of the week and people are busy. I was so busy kanina. I was doing a lot of errands and doing my homework as well. So tonight there is going to be a big event in the Filipino community. It's called Baile Filipiniana. It's brought to us by Sining Lahi and it's going to happen in an upscale place at the Grand Ballroom of the Plaza in New York. So with that, my guest for today is a luminary of the arts. Her group, the Philippine Ballet Theatre, is going to perform at the Baile Filipiniana at 6 o'clock tonight. So happy to have her here, fresh from Manila. And so take a listen to this interview of mine a while ago.
So I am so happy that we have for today our special guest in Conversations with MM, no other than the president of the Philippine Ballet Theatre, with straight from the Philippines. Let's welcome Ms. Marilou Magsaysay. Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us.
Hi, Marivir. Thank you for having me.
So good to have you here, and I know that you're bringing with you your group of ballet dancers. I'm sure they're awesome, and we will hope to see them today at the plaza. So tell us about the ballet theater, ma'am, and I understand that you are one of the pioneering pillars of this group.
Actually, the pioneers were really Julie Borromeo, Tita
Mhm.
Radaish, and Eddie Elahar for Philippine Ballet Theatre. Originally,
Yes.
it was born out of the Ballet Federation
Mhm.
and Dance Theatre Philippines. We were part of Dance Theatre Philippines, which eventually became Philippine Ballet Theatre.
What year was this?
Do you really want to know? It's so long ago.
Okay.
It's a
Means
long time ago. I'm talking the 60s.
you're talking the 60s. Wow. So you were also a ballet dancer, I presume.
Yes, long ago and far away. I started with Totoy de Oteiza, Inday
Uh,
Gaston, Georgie Felix, who were all teaching in one studio. And then at the age of 12,
mhm.
Julie came home, and it was Ingrid Santa Maria, my aunt, who spoke to my mom and said, "Oh, she's so near. You don't have to go
Mm.
all the way to Malacanang for her dance class." So Julie had her studio in Vito Cruz. So I moved, and
And
that
so
the
that's
rest is history. Yeah.
wow. So what big performances, big, small, or breakthrough performances that you would remember you've done?
Actually, we did with the Ballet Federation. We
Mhm.
had imported teachers, so we did the Grieg concerto. We did a lot of the heavy duty ballet, like Swan Lake.
Oh,
Um, yeah, all the older ballets we performed, and then from there we started at the age of 16. Actually,
mhm.
we started teaching the babies so that we trained ourselves to become teachers through Julie. And
Nice.
it's a learning experience because at a certain age, you can no longer dance. You cannot perform.
Like what
You
age?
can, well,
30s?
no, sometimes late 20s, early 30s. It depends on how strong you are physically.
I see.
Yeah.
Is there like a certain weight that you have to maintain to be a ballet dancer?
Oh, you have to be thin for sure. Yeah.
Mhm. So
Yeah.
other than dancing, you have to regularly go to the gym, and do you have strict diet?
No, as a matter of fact, dancers eat a lot, but we burn it all.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's good. So tell us that you're coming to New York for the event this evening. And so how's the preparation and what are we expected to see? What are you performing?
Well, for this particular gala, we are
Mm-hmm.
performing only for half an hour. I'm not sure if you recall, but this is the 55th year of Jo Marie Chan and his music. So we
Okay.
sing the choreography to his songs, which he personally picked for the show.
Amazing.
And
So
then the sorry, go ahead.
have you performed elsewhere before New York?
No, this is the launch.
Oh, amazing. So
Yeah.
what songs of Jo Marichan are you going to use and glide on?
Oh, quite a number. Be gentle with my heart. Mamang
Okay.
Pero, beautiful girl. There's quite a few of them, and all handpicked by him.
So who choreographed this, ma'am? Who
Sorry.
choreographed the dance?
The artistic director of Philippine Ballet Theatre is Ron Heinario, and he did the
Mm-hmm.
choreography, everything. So the last 2 weeks, Joe Marie and his family watched
Mm-hmm.
he run through 2 consecutive weeks, and he cried both times.
Wow, because it's very touching, huh?
Yes,
Well depicted. How do you raise funds to be able to sustain shows like this? I understand, ballet is high art. So how do you, like as president, is it a constant challenge for you?
terrible. It is the most
Terrible.
difficult part
Hmm.
of handling a company because it's
Right.
like, especially in the Philippines, it's not like in the
Mhm.
US where you have your 501(c)(3 where they can donate and then it's tax deductible, that sort of thing. Even if we're a nonprofit, somehow
Mhm.
you end up going to the same people. They're the same millionaires, billionaires that everybody runs to because
Mhm.
they're the ones who have all the money. So you
So,
just beg and go see them. And more than anything, I guess they have to see that they are supporting a very good company.
mhm, how often do you perform in a year?
In the Cultural Center of the Philippines, we have three major performances, and I mean full length ballets. And for
Mhm.
every length ballet, you can have anywhere from 3 to 5 shows.
Wow.
And
So,
Chris is nutcracker all the time.
always.
Yeah.
So, is that your gauge of professionalism and passion combined, the Nutcracker?
No, because there are more difficult ballets than the Nutcracker. The Nutcracker is really a family entertainment.
So
We bring
it's saga.
children. Yeah.
Mhm.
So the
So what's
children
the more
perform.
difficult? Tell me. Ano
Sorry.
pa yun? What's the more difficult theater performance, ballet performance, other
Oh,
than the Nutcracker?
we
Swan.
have the Filipino Andres Bonifacio is very difficult.
Oh,
Also
really?
the Lion. And then for the classical types, we have Le Corsaire, which is really difficult. You
Mm-hmm.
have Don Quixote. These are the
Okay,
ballets that test the strength of a dancer.
I see. So, how do you train dancers? Do you have a lot of potential dancers in the Philippines?
You know, Filipinos are a natural, and we are
Yeah.
lucky because in our board, we have
Mm-hmm.
people who have ballet schools, and when they see a talent that can be honed to perfection, then they
Mm-hmm.
bring them over to us. We have a Russian ballet master, Anatoly Panashukov. So between him and Ron Heinario, um, you'll be surprised at how good our dancers are.
It's so nice. I believe that because we're indeed natural in terms of the art, singing, dancing, performing, right? So
Yes,
these artists, they become professionals. And
yes.
what is the route, the direction of these artists? They become
Well,
international ones.
they try to, yes, they that is the culmination of their art, no? They
Mhm.
audition and try to get into international companies. Like
Mhm.
we have some who will audition with Hong Kong Ballet.
I
Tina
see.
Santos ended up as a soloist with San Francisco Ballet. You have Mania Barredo. with the Atlanta Ballet. She's our only prima ballerina. And it was Margot Fontaine who ordained her as a prima ballerina.
So there are I'm sorry if I may not be updated, but these are all like inspired by Lisa Makuha in the early days of ballet.
No,
Or there
they're
were
they're
many
ahead.
others. Oh, I see.
Yeah, Lisa is not a prima ballerina, but she was a soloist in Russia.
I see. But and there were many others before her and after her.
Yeah, there are quite a number. Yeah, Anna Valladolid also with the German
Oh,
ballet.
yes. Amazing. So
Mm.
where do you why are you inspired doing this personally for you?
I guess it's a passion and a love for the art that never
Mhm.
goes away. You love it as a child, you grow into it, you perform, you dance, and even after you hang your shoes, it's
Mhm.
something so amazing to watch. And as the years pass, the perfection is just amazing compared to how we were. We thought we were good. Compared to the dancers of today, we were nothing.
Really?
Yeah, it's
You're very
amazing.
humble to say that. And
um, you will see it. You will see the performance tomorrow, and hopefully, you can see the full length show on Tuesday at the Kalayaan Hall.
that's good. I will be there because I love these arts, these forms. And
Yeah.
we have a question on uh, how did you raise money coming here, or were you being paid by those who asked you to perform?
Well, um, coming over, we were sponsored by Philippine Airlines,
Mm-hmm.
and
Great.
then Philippine Airlines, San Miguel Corporation, Sayao Foundation, my husband, and yeah, Carmen.
Ramon Magsaysay
Yeah,
Jr.,
yeah.
the son of the late President Ramon Magsaysay. I will ask you about the two of you,
Well,
after we finish talking about ballet. So
okay.
go ahead.
And, I have some friends, some close friends who were very, very, very generous when they knew that we were coming to New York, and they wanted to be sure that our girls and our boys had enough money to enjoy the trip.
Oh, nice. So you're like mother as well. Mother hen?
Iya Marichu and I are mother hens. I
Oh,
guess.
nice. So, what do we expect when you perform at the Kalayaan Hall?
Well, at the Kalayaan Hall, it's a very small hall, as you know. So it will
Yeah.
only be about 100 people. But
Mhm.
at the Kalayaan, it's the full length, which is like an hour and a half, roughly. The first half will be the Jomari Chan portion. And then the second, and that's all in English. The second
Uh-huh.
half is all teleserye. And that's in Tagalog. All the famous teleserye songs, which you will just go ape over. It's really so touching. And I keep watching it. Marichu keeps watching it. Marichu cried again today. And it really just gets to your heart.
Wow. Now you're firing me up to really watch it also on
Yes, you
Tuesday,
have to
right?
come. That way I meet
Mhm.
you personally.
Yes, yes. And in fact, I'd like to thank my friend Vanette Colmenares, who's from Cebu, and Tita Carmen, who text messaged me and told me that you were coming here, the Philippine Ballet Theatre, and I could interview you. And there you are, very quick, women power. You're also fast.
I know I was saying, Sana, I don't know if Benchu can make it, but I did tell her sister Tonette, please then make sure that Menchu shows up for the show. And because of Menchu, Tonette is the grandmother of Anthony Osmeña Huxley. He is
I
a soloist for the New York City Ballet.
Oh, yes, yes. Vanette again was inviting me to watch. I think that's her nephew.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Are you going to watch that too?
No, his shows are finished on
They're
Tonette
all
was
done.
yeah,
Yes.
they're all done for the season. But he's flying to LA for a week. So he's watching our show in LA.
Cool. Now, I have a question about your perspective for the ballet theater. What is your hope, and what are you doing to sustain this art?
Luckily for us, this trip turned out to be a blessing because we were supposed to have a performance at the Kennedy Center, but between one thing and another, the delays of the trip, the ticketing, and all of that, we decided to postpone it. So next year's tour will
Mm.
probably be launched at the Kennedy Center, and then from there to Virginia Beach. Then we have a show in Palm Beach, which is being arranged by the former, the wife of the former honorary consul, Marilou Kahn-Magsaysay.
Mm-hmm.
Then from there, possibly with Joey Omila of Bayanihan in Tampa and Tallahassee. And then from there, we have Portland, Oregon. We have San Francisco with Lisa Yuchenko. We have San Jose with the San Jose Performing Arts. And then we have the Orange County Center for Performing Arts also, and possibly Seattle. So it's going to be a long tour next year. And it all kind of just grew from this one.
Oh, cool. So that's a good gate. This is a good gateway.
Yeah.
Now, when you do these tours, like you're invited, it means they're covering everything, your transportation and all the fees for the dancers, the costumes.
Normally, no, the costumes we have them and we have them made, no? That's not
Mm.
their expense. But we do
Okay.
for a fee for the dancers and for the company. And then they pay board and lodging. And then
Mhm.
just the leg of the trip from where we are coming in from.
That's nice. I'm interested if you are going to perform the Andres Bonifacio suite, if that's called suite,
Yeah.
internationally. Is there a demand for it?
I'm sure there will be because we performed it in San Francisco in 2019. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the guests was the president of the San Francisco Ballet. And
Mm-hmm.
they were so nice. They brought gifts for the dancers and everything. And then he waited. He waited for us to come from backstage only to tell me that he really saw a world class performance.
Goosebumps naman ako dyan.
Yeah. And it was beautiful.
I like messages like that coming out with our own story on stage. So that's really, I look forward to watch it actually.
You know, we're trying to do an original for the Kennedy Center because
Mm.
Washington is even more elitist than New York when it comes to ballet, no?
Mhm.
So we were told by the producer there, can you come up with something more native? Which we had performed already on the West Coast called Vinta. And so
Okay.
Julie Borromeo the other night, she said, we are going to get the music composed and do the story of Sumakwel and how
Okay.
he has his two wives. And anyway, it's going to be a Filipino drama, but it's Muslim. And somehow
Mm-hmm.
the Muslim has more dating.
Uh-huh.
Um,
More the
it just
thing.
gets you. Yeah, it's more dramatic.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I believe so because also the stories in Mindanao are more like fierce, I think, and
Yeah,
really impassioned about issues, everything.
that's
So good luck to you on the team. By the way, who is that you have a prima ballerina for the Plaza performance and the Kalayaan performance?
no. We don't have any prima ballerinas. We have five of our top dancers, and they have one of them performed and competed here in the U.S. and won number four in the world, and she's
Oh,
dancing. Yeah,
her
you'll
name.
you'll meet her. You'll meet her tomorrow, and she will perform again on Tuesday. But when you see them, let me know
Hmm.
what you think because I really believe they're the most amazing dancers I've seen.
I believe you. Atin
Thank
yan eh.
you, Marivir.
So I have a question, ma'am. Now we will segue to you and being Mrs. Magsaysay.
Yeah,
How's life right now? How's life with the son of the president? If I
you,
may ask, the very
I am.
broad question.
Yeah, I'm one lucky. because he is
Uh-huh.
such a gentle person and with
Mm-hmm.
generous heart and supports me in everything I do.
That's good to know. So, does he talk to you about his father, and what legacy do you personally feel that you still cherish until now with that memory of him?
You know, with my husband, I have no fear because no matter who I meet or who I talk to, he is
Yeah.
not the most honest statesman like his father.
Yes, that's so good. And so, what would are there anecdotes you wanted to share about how he was as a father, or as a, as a leader?
You're
Or
talking of President or
yes,
June?
yes, President Ramon Magsaysay, from the mouth of his son, like
Oh,
stories that he would tell you and you would recall.
yes. I can tell you even from my mother in law because they both would talk so much about him. You know,
Uh-huh.
trait that no member of his family, up to the third or the fourth, um, how would you say that? Basta, you're related in some way, shape, or form. You
Hmm.
get the government, and he didn't want it because he didn't want anybody to think that any of them were taking advantage of their position or of his
Right.
president. Every time June or Mila or Teresita's friends would eat in the palace, that was
Mhm.
recorded and deducted from his salary as president.
Oh
Very,
my God.
yeah, very unlike what happened after, no? And when he passed away, he only had 2,000 in his little safety deposit box.
Oh, he is an exemplary leader.
Yes, and everything they had, the house in Wakwak, all the materials, the property, every single thing was donated.
That's a very good example of leadership, ma'am, and also the family too.
Yes, and I'm really so blessed to be part of it.
What is the comment? What could you share how you view the leadership and the path of the upcoming president after President Magsaysay? Is your husband of opinion about how the country is run?
You mean
Or
after his father passed?
yeah.
Well, we had a few good ones, just
Hmm.
like we had a few bad ones. But you know, he believes in destiny, and he says they are there for a reason, and maybe it is for us to learn from whatever it is they do.
Right. I mean, it's really like, I agree. Like, it's these things happen because Filipinos allow it, or are
Yes,
not being responsible of their duties. So
true.
corruption happens, right?
Oh my God,
Or
like
everything else bad that are happening because we allow it
we allow it,
consciously.
definitely, and we vote for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, at one point, I remember a cousin of June saying, she said, "Do you know how much people were getting paid to vote for a certain candidate?" So we thought
Mm-hmm.
1,500. And she said 20 pesos. And
Oh,
they took their vote away.
20 pesos only?
Yeah. Isn't
Oh
that
my God.
sad? Because it just shows you
Yeah.
they're so poor already that to them, 20 is already a lot of money.
Oh, very sad.
It's
Even
sad.
this recent, ma'am? Or
Sorry.
it was in the past?
No,
Was the
this
it?
not this last election, the election before that. 20 pesos. But this election, no,
Mm.
the was big. They were getting 3,000, 5,000. It's yeah.
So, Sir June is not contemplating of, is he part of a government office, or is he a
No,
private citizen?
he's a private citizen and he just doesn't stop trying to look for new business. And he's happy that. And we started with the cows, then we had the dairy farm, then we had so much cream. So he told his son, "You have to learn
Mhm.
ice cream." So he came over here, Ben and Jay, then opened up Carmen's Best in Manila, and it became a hit. And now our partner, Manny Pangilinan owns 51% of that.
I see. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, um, how is the economic condition in the Philippines as far as your as businesses are concerned? Is it running the wheels, ma'am? How's
No, it's
it?
not good.
It's not good until now.
Yeah, until now.
So
So
that's
we're-
the sad part because no matter how much we infuse capital, it's so hard to turn it, right?
yeah, it seems that the big guys are going to end
Mm.
up everything very much like what's happening here. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, so like we said, look at the dollar. We're going to hit 60 to 1.
Yes,
And my
almost.
husband cable TV, so we
Mhm.
import a lot of stuff, the cables and things like that. So mahirap.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can
And
we do in your mind, how should we keep the economy, like, be on the ground and running? What is the problem with the Philippines?
get rid of the corruption.
Hmm. Okay, I hope so. That's a lot. That's a
It's a tall order.
very sticky. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know
I'm
what else
making you
to
look
tell.
sad now. I'm
Sorry.
making you look sad. But we will just keep doing what we have to do as citizens,
Yeah.
and maybe tell officials to, straighten up and be more visionary and more ethical, I suppose.
Yeah,
Do
that
you
would take
agree?
a miracle, I think, between you and me. But we can always hope and pray.
Right, right. So in the meantime, I'm going to congratulate you and look forward to seeing you personally and the show.
Thank Oh, sige,
Thank you
Marivir. Thank you so
for
much.
your time, and really congratulations, and I'm proud of what you're doing, even if we haven't seen each other yet. This is very, very great conversation.
Thanks,
Thank
Marivir.
you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
soon. Bye, everyone. I'll be right back.
There you go. Let me see. Okay. So that was Miss Marilou Kahn-Magsaysay, the president of the Philippine Ballet Theatre, who is here in New York, bringing along some dancers to perform tonight at the Baile Filipiniana. This is again another celebration of the Phil-Am History Month here in New York. And so I had a very upbeat conversation with her. We haven't seen each other personally. We were just being connected by my good friend Vanette and her aunt, Tita Carmen. So that's what women can do. You just link and you can make things happen. So I'm excited to see her actually this evening. Now, let me plug this again. The Baile Filipiniana is brought to us by Sining Lahi, and it is the 2022 Phil American Heritage Ball, and it will feature the Mindanao tradition bearers with Kinding Sindao. It will also feature Rigodon de Honor and Sam, and they will be wearing the Cora Manibo and Ulysses King creation, and the Philippine Ballet Center, Philippine Ballet Theatre, which will perform the songs of Jose Marichan. And this is going to be exciting. And there is the Affinity NYC, and the event is going to be hosted by Cher Calvin. And there will be a three-course dinner by Chef Richard Brown. Okay, so looking forward to this in a few hours. So for now, I think that will be all. I have a lot of things to share in the upcoming episodes because right now our community is really, really, really so vibrant with many many good things going on. So we'll see you soon, and keep doing what you're doing. Be safe, be healthy, everyone, and thank you for watching.